Below are strategies to turn a prospective customer completely off and make them hate you. 1. Talk too much about yourself. Have you seen the Kohler commercial? The one where the architect is going on and on about his award-winning designs and his status as an architect, and then the customer sits the Kohler faucet on his desk and says, "Can you design my kitchen around this?" There is certainly a place for you to tout your skills and accomplishments, of course, but be sure you do it at the right times and in sequence with the natural selling/buying process. 2. Call, text or email them constantly. Sometimes you need to give the prospective customer time to think, line their ducks up in a row, and make a decision about using your services. You've heard the saying, the sale is in the follow-up, but you need to understand the difference in healthy follow-up and stalking. Oh yeah, and you don't want to come off as desperate. 3. Add them to your mailing list without permission or some sort of heads up. People are doing this more and more these days. It's funny how it just happened to me. Someone took my client care email address and added me to their MailChimp mailing list without my permission. She could have easily asked me, but instead she started filling me up with her company messages. Meanwhile, I found another service provider instead of using her. 4. Disturb about past clients. If you do it to past customers, you'll do it to new customers. That's exactly what they'll be thinking when you start bad-mouthing past clients. Therapy anyone. 5. Stalk them in social media with your messages. Go on their Facebook page and tell them how good you are and how awesome you will be for them. This will really turn them off. 6. Complain about money problems. Value your services, but don't start telling prospects about the cost of living and how you're trying to make ends meet, and why you've got to try to make something off of what they're buying from you. Really. 7. Overusing scarcity tactics. You are not a used car salesman, are you? So don't act like one. Create real capacity and real limitations so that you motivate them from a good place. I remember thinking that this coach would just let me in her program after her cut off because I was already paying customer. Wrong. She didn't, and that taught me a lesson. 8. Talk down to them. Or assume the prospect doesn't know anything. Even if you're an expert in your field, you're not the only one. Ask questions and don't assume the person doesn't know anything about your industry, widgets or services. This would be a time to put on your teacher hat.